Hello again, YouTubers. I'm going to do an unboxing and review of the Turtle Beach Elite Pro headset. This came out, I believe, at the end of May, so a few months ago. But I just was reading reviews about it online. Optic Gaming, which is pro players for PS4 and Xbox and different games, actually uses this headset. They sponsor the team. So I figured, you know what, let me give it a try. I just got the Astro A50s not too long ago, as you probably saw in my other video, and those are alright, and I'm just having a couple of issues with powering on and off and connecting to Xbox automatically. I've had some issues with the microphone. Overall, it's a good headset, but just a couple of things that are just kind of acting up. So I figured, you know what, let me just try another headset too. So I'm gonna open this up. It came from Amazon today. I got it for $3.79. They used to have a package that came with the tournament mic, but for some reason it's out of stock. So I just got these two for now, and I figure if I like the sound, I can always get the tournament mic later on. That's like 30 bucks. But this basically comes with their version of a mix amp. They call it a TAC, and the headset. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these open. Take a look. A little expensive for a headset. Normally each of these things sells individually for $1.99. So I hope the sound is worth it. So I read mixed reviews, so I can't, obviously you know how reviews go. You gotta really just try for yourself and see if you like it. But some of the things, the features that I saw I liked, which I'll kind of show you once I get this thing open. Alright, but if you were to buy these things individually, like this is like their version of the actual mix amp. Like I said, they call it the TAC. This by itself is $1.99. Okay, they call it the Tactical Audio Controller. As you can see here, if you look at it, it looks just like a mix amp. It actually looks pretty cool. All the different equalizer options. So we'll put that aside for now. Okay, and then here's the actual headset. Okay, so here's the TAC, Tactical Audio Controller. That's $1.99 by itself. And here's the actual headset, which is also $1.99 itself. I actually got them together in a package for $3.79, so save 20 bucks. And this is a wired headset. The Astro A50s I have are completely wireless. The only issue I have with that is sometimes if one of my laptops is on the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, the Astro A50s do get a little bit of interference, so I have to make sure everything's on 2.4 when I'm playing. So if we look at the box here, if somebody that wears glasses, there's actual indent in the padding. I don't wear glasses, so it's not going to make a difference to me. Comfort Tech Fit System, so supposedly, and I'll open it up and we'll look at it, it adjusts to the width of your head, so it's more comfortable. Here, which I thought was actually pretty good, groundbreaking material technologies combine passive noise isolation with cooling comfort. The inside is cloth, the outside is leather. So you'll get that noise cancelling effect, but you won't get as sweaty as you would with a leather or synthetic leather headset. And I've had that before. I had a leather headset, a Triton, a long time ago, and my head just sweat like crazy. 50mm nano clear speakers, actually the same size as the Astro A50. Pro gaming mic, like I said, this is not the tournament mic. Cabling system, blah blah blah. Okay, let's get it open. Let's open this up. Okay, Turtle Beach logo. Okay, blah blah blah. Pursuit of perfection drives us. Here's blah blah whatever. Okay. Okay, Elite Pro. Alright, here's the headset. So basically, here's the tension. Not sure exactly what that does. Okay. From what it looks like to me, the tension actually goes from 1 to 11 on both sides. So from what it looks like, the lower the number, it looks like it actually tightens or loosens it. Can't tell what it actually, it's not a huge difference what it's doing. I gotta guess the tightness on your head, because it gets a little looser or tighter. Probably because the steel on the tensioners is probably giving it a different feel. So it looks like 1 is probably the loosest, 11 is the tightest on your head. Yeah, I got a big head, so I'll probably have to leave it on 1. So that's what it looks like. You put it on 1, okay? These numbers here, it's probably the loosest. 11 is actually the tightest because I actually feel it getting tighter. But I'd probably leave it on a 1 because I have a big head. Looking at these cushions, wow. These cushions actually feel cold. I don't know if you can see it, but you have leather here on the outside, cloth on the inside, and I can actually feel that they're cold. Wow. I'm sure that's gonna be comfortable on the head. And then obviously you have a right side here, left side here, okay, and it also extends this way like normal, okay, so you can adjust the tension, and you can also adjust how far down you want these to go. I have a big head, okay, that looks pretty cool. They look pretty well made. I wish they were a little bit more stylish, but they look like they're pretty well made. But you can actually feel this gel is actually very cool. That'll probably be comfortable on your head. Okay, that's cool. Let's see what else is in here. Literature. There's got to be like wiring and stuff. Accessories. That's your mic. And this looks like, yep, this is the cable. This is the cable that plugs into the headset, and then this part plugs into the tack. Okay. And this obviously looks like a mute button. Okay, let's put that away for now. So you can actually use this headset with any mix amp, but you know, supposedly if you want to do this headset justice, you actually want to use it with their own mix amp or their own tack. So let's go open up the tack. Let's put this aside for now. Okay, we're gonna go unbox the tactical audio controller, or TAC, or most of you Astro people will know this is probably like the mix amp. Looks cool. Go ahead and open this up. So this slider here is your balance between game and chat mix. Alright, different presets, so we'll have to see what this is. This is not a Dolby surround sound, it's a DTS surround sound. So you have different presets and different surround sound modes. This background noise limiter, outbound mic boost, so you can control how loud you sound to the people on your team and your party. Mic monitor level. I guess, oh, that's for how loud you want to sound in your own headset. And then there's a mute button here, and there's an overall master volume here. Okay, let's see how this thing looks. Ooh, it looks cool. It's pretty actually beefy. Okay. Looks pretty good. Looks like it's pretty well made. It's a little bigger than the mix amp, I think. But kind of looks just like it a little bit. Okay. So for the game chat slider, there's actually a little stop in the middle. So it actually stops me right there. So you know where the middle is. Okay, that looks good. You got the different ports for connection here. You got an Ethernet, you got 2 optical in and optical out. Xbox One, Xbox 360 connection, PC connection, PS4 connection. So right now I have it on 360. This is Xbox One. And this is PS4, so I'm gonna leave it at Xbox One connection. That's what I have. Got a USB option here. I don't know what this is. And you got auxiliary ports here too, which I won't be using myself. So, like I said, I don't stream. I don't do anything crazy. I just want good sound. Let's see what else this comes with. Oh. Okay. Looks like these will be the cables. Oh, cables. I hope you sound good. $400. Okay, directions. Optical cable. This looks like probably cable that goes to the Xbox One controller. Yep, chat stream, Xbox One chat cable. That's what it says. Programming cable, USB micro. Interesting. Don't know what that is. Have to read the directions. And here's the actual USB cable. So I'm going to set this up, and then I'll show you how it's set up, and then I will test the sound. Okay guys, so I set it up to my Gears of War 4 Edition Xbox One. I can't tell you how it sounds, but I'll try to explain it the best that I can. Sorry about the light. So I didn't even plug in the mic. The biggest thing to me with headset is the game has got to sound good. I don't really care so much about the mic. I really wanted to see what the difference in sound quality was. So let me show you the different options. I haven't seen a video about this yet, but I'm going to explain it to you. Here are different preset options for these two buttons. So you got presets, you got surround sound. I play Gears of War, similar to Call of Duty. So here are the different options for each. So here are the presets. Here are the presets. Okay, and the options are game mode, movie mode, music mode, surround, off. So obviously I had it on game mode. Alright, so I had it on game mode. That was my preset. Okay, here it goes. And then for the surround mode, you could have game mode also, movie mode, music mode, surround off. So obviously 4x4, you have 16 different options basically. So what I left it on was I left it the surround mode on game mode, which is the first light. And then here for game mode, here are the different 4 options under game mode. So you got signature sound, shooter, superhuman hearing, and footstep focus. So I tried each one of them. As you can see, as you hit the button, it toggles 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll kind of explain each one of them to you. So game mode, under game mode, which is the first light. Sorry about that. I left it on signature sound, which is the first light. Second light is shooter sound. Third light is superhuman hearing. Footstep focus is with all 4 lights. So to explain it to you, the biggest thing that I read about these headsets was, you know, the different modes, because that's important to me. I want to be able to hear footsteps if possible. In Gears of War, you can't hear footsteps, period, so it really doesn't help, to be quite honest. But third mode, which is superhuman hearing, is absolute garbage. I have to say that that mode is absolute garbage. Superhuman hearing is you're supposed to be able to hear everything from far away, whatever. When I turn that mode on, basically the TAC basically just turns down all of the bass and it's high on the treble. So you're supposed to hear all the detail in the sound. But then the game sounds terrible. Shotguns and rifles sound absolutely hollow and echoey. Superhuman hearing is absolutely terrible. So I absolutely hated that mode. So I played with the signature sound, the shooter modes, and the footstep focus, which is 4. My favorite, which is probably a balance of everything, is probably the 4th option, which is footstep focus. That option and also the second option, which is shooter mode, very similar. I think footstep focus was a little bit higher in treble and bass, so you had a little bit more detail in the sound in footstep focus. And to me, it sounded very similar to the Astro A50s. The sound actually might have been a little bit better, to be honest, than the Astro A50 and footstep focus. So that was my favorite mode. But the superhuman hearing mode, as you can see here, was absolute garbage. So In terms of sound, I think the sound is actually pretty good. You just have to find the right modes for you. So I left it on game mode, and under game mode, I left it on footstep focus, and I think that sound is actually pretty good. It actually is just as good as the Astro A50, if not better. So I will tell you the sound is very good. Like I said, I can't talk about the mic because to me the sound is most important. The headset itself, here's the cloth as you can see it. I like the ear cushion. The only thing that I found with this headset is it is heavier than the Astro A50s, and it could be because a lot of it's in the headset. See, it's leather, so the leather actually adds more weight. So it actually feels a little bit heavier on my head. And the leather actually does help to isolate noise from the outside. Good and bad. If you're into locking yourself in your room and gaming and don't want anybody to bother you, this is probably the headset for you, because literally I can't hear much once I have these on. Only thing for me is, you know, I have a lot of things going on around me. I actually like having the foam on the Astro A50, and I like being able to hear what's going on around me. You know, I have a lot of, you know, people in the house. I like to hear what people are talking about. I don't lock myself in a room and just game all day long. And to me, I think just the comfort of the A50s is just a little bit more comfortable, and it's lighter. These are heavier, a little bit tighter on my head. The cushions, even though I do like the cooling effect, it was just heavy on my head, and my neck started to hurt after a few minutes, and it just seemed like I was completely isolated, which actually some people like that. I personally don't. Also, the Astro A50 is completely wireless. This is kind of like my old Astro A40s where everything is wired in. You got the tack here, you got all the different things for like the mic. It's actually a good headset. I think it's a good headset. I just think for $379 plus tax, it's not worth the extra money to me, whereas I like the convenience of the wireless. I actually think the sound is about the same. So the sound between this and the Astro A50 are pretty much the same in my opinion. I actually might think maybe if I played with it a little bit longer, the sound on these Turtle Beaches, and maybe because they are wired, they actually do sound a little bit better if you find it in the right mode. So sound wise, I would say it's actually pretty good. In terms of cost, don't know if I would pay that extra $100 for these, so I'm still undecided whether or not I'm going to keep these or not. Plus, now that I know with the Astro A50, going to the command center, I played with all the settings. You can actually tweak the settings for the sound with the Astros, where these, you have to use the EQs. And like I said, the sound is pretty good with the different EQs and the different options you pick, but now that I know how to update through the command center software on the Astros, I think I can tweak the sound to exactly the way I like it. It just took me a few minutes to figure out on the PC. So I think all in all, probably one of the most, if not the most expensive gaming headsets for your common gamer. Professional gamers supposedly are endorsed by this headset, so I do recommend it. For the price, I probably would stick with something a little bit cheaper. I still am not a fan of having this big TACCOM on my desk, but you know, I guess that versus a big base from the Astro A50, not much of a huge difference. But in terms of comfort, the Astro A50 I think beats in terms of comfort because it is lighter. I do like that, you know, I can actually hear what's going on around me other than gaming with the A50s. Sound is excellent with these, so I can definitely see these being used in a tournament, or if you're gonna lock yourself in a room. But overall, is it worth the extra money? At this point, I would have to say probably not. But I think it's worth giving a try if you're looking for a gaming headset and you don't want to hear noise around you and you play for long periods of time. This might be for you. I think my head's a little bit big, so this doesn't fit me the greatest. But that's any headset. But I think it's worth giving a try if you're looking for a brand new headset and you don't need wireless. This might be worth a try, but I think I'm going to stick with my Astro A50 and just customize a little bit to my liking. So hope this helps some of you. But the quality is good, everything is good, but to me, I think convenience with the Astro A50 and similar sound quality, customizable sound quality by particular EQs, not just the different presets, wins it for me with the Astro A50s. So that's my unboxing review of the Turtle Beach Elite Pros. Not a bad headset, but I'm going to stick with the cheaper Astros that in terms of sound is probably the same.